Okay, okay, okay. How you darn? How you
Yeah.
darn? How you darn? What
How we
is
feeling, y'all?
Gucci, my people? How is your day
What's Gucci?
going? What have
What's
you been
Louis, my
up
killer?
to?
What's drugs, my dealer?
Wow.
What's that jacket, Margilla?
Doctor
Say
say
what it
I'm the illest because
say
I'm
what's
struggling
Gucci,
from
man.
realness.
Talk it out, man. Missy, A. Missy, A. Love you every day.
Huh? I don't even know what that means. Nobody know what that means. It's provocative.
It's provocative.
Free Shabaka, dude.
Wow.
What's up, people? Welcome into the stream. It's good to have you. Chris says Jets won today. Jets fleeced the Browns. Um, well, why don't we go ahead and get right into that? Because, okay, hold on.
Okay.
People out there might not realize how big of a moment this is for you. Okay? Yeah,
No.
it's a big moment for Elijah Moore, but shut up with this nonsense that it doesn't matter to you, okay? Just
did
stop
nothing.
stop with that. Stop with that.
I did nothing.
This is a big day for you. It also can be a big day for Elijah Moore.
It is.
So I want to say congratulations to both Elijah Moore and to yourself for potentially getting out of this purgatory of irrelevancy for a very talented player. Elijah
What an
Moore
opportunity.
was traded to the Cleveland Browns. So give me your reaction. What are we thinking?
I love this for the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, the Cleveland Browns was looking for a weapon. They wanted Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy was too much, so you go out and get Elijah Moore, a guy I believe. A.J. Brown stood above Elijah Moore and said, "You made me better, not only as a man, but as a player." If you haven't seen that, go watch that. It was on Elijah Moore's draft day. He was literally crying in front of Elijah Moore saying, "I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you." And I cannot wait for Elijah Moore to play with a top 5 quarterback. I cannot wait for Elijah Moore to finally be a solidified guy. Top 8, I guess you can say.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, we believe he could be top 5.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
I cannot wait for Elijah Moore to finally be solidified as a slot wide receiver where we all know his strength is at. And now he's going to the Cleveland Browns where they clearly need help in the wide receiver position. I'm not scared of Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm not scared of David Bell. I'm not scared of anyone besides Amari Cooper. But Amari Cooper, he gonna do his own thing while Elijah Moore gonna be doing his own thing in the slot. So I'm pumped. I'm excited for this. I don't know, man. It's a great day to be an Elijah Moore believer. It's a great day to be an Elijah Moore. Great day to be Elijah Moore. So we're here now.
Yeah, I do think that while I've never been the stan that you have been, I do think he has been held back, and I'm very excited about him potentially being unlocked more here in Cleveland. Clear need, and there will be targets to go around as this team sort of builds around Deshaun Watson here in year 2 with him. So I like it. Sucks for Donovan Peoples-Jones, but
Unlucky for the DPJ.
Guess what?
I mean, DPJ still gets some opportunity with the deep balls, but I think
here's
the middle
the thing.
of the field.
We keep talking about how draft capital is so important, and people typically want to ignore it. Donovan Peoples-Jones was a 6th-round pick. It is not impossible to be a relevant fantasy player as a 6th-round pick, but it is very unlikely because the investment is typically not there from the team. So they didn't feel comfortable enough. They went with Elijah Moore, and I feel very confident in him being the second option on this team. Other people out there might still say DPJ. Maybe they own DPJ, that's why they're saying that. Or maybe they just really love him. No disrespect to DPJ, but what I will say we can all agree upon, regardless of who you are, is that David Bell is dead.
D-E-D. Dead.
It's over. It's over. So if you have David Bell, he's worth nothing in Dynasty. I'm just going to be honest with you. He's worth nothing. Other news that happened. Big congratulations to Badake. It's a big day for you. It's a big day for you.
Well, no, I did nothing. I just want to say that. Did nothing.
Austin Hooper signs with the Raiders. Russ, do we talk about that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He's with the Raiders.
Yeah. Do we even talk about it? I mean, hey, happy that he got a deal somewhere.
Yeah. Russell Wilson underwent surgery, and apparently it had been nagging him for multiple years. So why didn't we do this last offseason? But
It's the mama mentality.
okay. Dearness Johnson signs with the Jags. This makes me feel a little bit better about Travis Etienne, but I still wouldn't rule them out from going for like a Rashawn Johnson in the third or fourth, a Tank Bigsby in the third or fourth, but makes you feel a little bit better. McCole Hardman signs with the Jets. That's your replacement for. I actually more see this as like the MVS for this team. Alan Lazard, McCole Hardman is your MVS. Garrett Wilson's your wide receiver one. Hopefully it can be a Devontae Adams type impact. But I think that's all for the news, unless you have any take on anything that you'd like to share.
No, that's it, man. I mean, that's all I know. That's all that's been happening this off season. I don't know, or not all in this the past 24 hours. JSN had his pro day today with CJ Stroud. A lot of eyes with CJ and Frank Wright and all these other guys out there. But apparently he looked phenomenal. Didn't see too much because I haven't watched it. That, if you guys know, we live in Sydney, Australia, so we didn't see it. But we all know that JSN ran a 4.53, right? 4.53?
4.53, which I'm really happy with. I didn't expect him to be that fast. I think I said 4.55 to 4.6. So I'm pleasantly surprised with it.
It doesn't change. He doesn't rise. He doesn't fall. He's probably is wherever he's at, wherever you ranked him. Yeah. Unless you're a JSN hater. CJ Stroud has always been my QB1. And maybe he solidified himself here. Maybe he didn't as the 101 pick. But, I mean, with all the photos, all these little videos that you see Frank Wright talking to CJ. I mean, we saw that last year when what's his name? Mike Tomlin was talking to Malik Willis. Went to his pro day and all this other stuff. So let's see what happens. Maybe some.
Apparently, 4.48 was the official number for JSN.
Okay.
So that's much better.
4.48 officially. Say less.
Can I just say something really quickly on the pro days? I think it is important for these like testing numbers, and I get that it's important for people to see. I guess like what I'm trying to say is, I keep hearing on mainstream media, people who cover the NFL draft, well, tomorrow we finally get to see Bryce Young throw the ball. You've seen him throw the ball for 2 years in pads. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why these workouts are important, but does anyone else get where I'm coming from? Like, that's been the conversation. We didn't see Bryce Young throw at the combine. Who cares? Yeah. You have 2 years of film. Is that just me? Am I the only one who thinks that way? No. And it's the same. It's the same with CJ Stroud. You have 2 years of film of him showing you that he is an accurate quarterback. I don't know. I just feel like, do scouts put a lot of weight into guys throwing with shirts on? To other guys throwing with shirts on?
Specifically tight shirts. Yeah. I think they...
Just me? Maybe it's just me.
Maybe it's just you now, but look, I agree. I think you kind of get a little bit more of an insight, I feel like, of what... I don't know. I mean, there's just so much hype. Like, I mean, the 2 years ago, we saw Zach Wilson when it's
exactly what I was thinking.
Went viral. Yeah. And he was running to the left, and then obviously he's right-handed, and he threw that ball like 50 yards down the field. People thought it was an amazing pass. He ain't doing that shit in the game, tell you that much.
Yeah.
So
Zach Wilson is what instantly comes to my mind when we talk about pro days. I instantly think about him and how that clip went viral. And anyway, Zach is the only one. I'm making my whole decision based on pro day workouts. Casey says, I do think it's great for these guys who didn't get to test at the combine, right? So for Jason to solidify his 40 time, I was about to say Sean Tucker. We wished it was Sean Tucker, but for hopefully Zach Evans soon.
I don't know what you mean. Sean Tucker ran a 4.33.
Same. I actually did it right before we started the stream. In my hallway, I set up lasers. I ran a 4.32.
But the laser said it was 4-3-3.
No, the laser said 4-3-2. So
I mean, then you gotta trust the lasers.
yeah. So
You have to.
anyway, so let's go ahead and get into what we're doing today. Did JS go from wide receiver 1 to wide receiver 0? I think he went from, well, for me, he's been wide receiver 1. That's not going to change. Do you have any opinions on him, Badake? I know you're Quentin Johnson, wide receiver 1.
I don't think it's gonna change. It's not gonna change whatsoever.
Okay.
All I know is that the Giants had a meeting with Quentin, just like he probably with JSN, just like every other team. And apparently he walked in. This could be fake, but I saw it on Twitter that JSN walked in with a Giants hat to his pro day, which is like so weird. But I don't know if that's actually
Maybe.
true.
I mean, I think you would. Some people would just want to be in New York. It's a big city. Maybe
It's a
he
big
was making a
city.
statement.
New York. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in New York? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Looking
what
at the
happens.
apartments that I see on TikTok, I'm not sure I would want to live there unless I had a lot of money.
Living in New York is living in New York if you're just an average Joe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chump like
GG's
us.
living in a shoebox. I mean, this is the part. Like, you look at this room. This is my apartment in New York, and I'm paying like $2,000.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So, JSN, I don't think he's going to be there at your pick. So, do you think your team is going to move up?
I think we would move up. The only way we get Jason is if we. The only way we get him is if we move up. Any wide receiver, Quentin, and I think we give our first, and we give our second, and I think that's exactly what we're holding on to right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they wanted to get Jerry, and get a second, and then hopefully let whatever other wide receiver to us.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So we are doing a Dynasty rookie draft, a mock draft today. And you guys are going to hang out with us, which is awesome. Thanks for spending some time with us. Hope you had a fantastic day. Now, just before we get into today's mock draft, talking about testing, talking about 40-yard dash and combine, I put an article out over on Flock Fantasy recently where I looked at the last 5 years, the top 12 finishes at the wide receiver position, and looked at how their 40-yard dash might have related to their success. If you're over with us on flockfantasy.com, then you can access that article now. Tell me what you think. If you have not signed up to flockfantasy.com, if you want our articles, our bonus content, where we put out bonus videos, live streams, very soon, starting next month, Badake and I are going to have exclusive live streams for just people on flockfantasy.com. So if you want more mock drafts, hey, again, flockfantasy.com/land. You can scan that QR code right there. I can also put the link in the chat in case you're interested. 2-day free trial. You have nothing to be worried about. If you don't like it, don't sign up. But I full-heartedly believe that this is the best product that we could ever put out. Articles, rankings, cool little update, by the way, with the rankings. Let's just add myself. Let's add you, Badake. Which we're really excited about is this age slider. Let's say you wanted to look only at rankings for players under the age of 25, or you wanted to look at rankings for players over the age of 25. Got a cool little slider here that you can do that. The site is continually updating. You'll now see rookies have R's next to them. Honestly, the site, what it will look like in a month from now, will look completely different. It's going to continually improve as we go on, but we're really excited and proud of what it looks like now. Again, keep in mind that when you sign up with anyone's code, but use ours, LAND, L-A-N-D, you unlock everyone's rankings, everyone's articles, everyone's bonus content. Thanks so much for the sub, Dennis. So we are doing a rookie mock draft. If people want to join today's rookie mock draft, Badake, how can they go about doing so?
Join our Discord. We, like Zach was saying, with all those content creators, we have a massive Discord with Flock, Fantasy Endgame, Fantasy Stock Exchange, and ourselves. Go join our Discord. Go to DynastyLand. We have 2 orange footballs there. Go there and then go to content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link for this mock draft. It is first come, first serve, we like to say, and it's okay if you don't get in today because we go live Monday through Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time right now until something else changes. But yeah, come through, set your notifications up, do what you got to do. And it is first come, first serve. I'll send the link out now. Actually, once again, Fantasyland, and then content releases. I'm sending the link out here. 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Yeah. Casey says, "Can I use the age slider to get younger?" Yeah, I wish. Appreciate you, Dennis. Thanks for subbing. iCamp Hard says he loves the new update. Was looking through it this morning. That's awesome to hear.
Oh, that's awesome, man. It's going to continue to get better too, which is exciting. I know that the developers are working on some stuff, which is going to,
they're constantly updating, and think of it very much as like an app that continually updates, a new website that continually updates. It's going to continually get better. It's going to continually improve on mobile, on desktop, and I just think that we're so proud of being a part of that site with such incredible people over there. Okay, we are using landing spots from Draft Countdown. I actually have not looked through these landing spots yet, so this will be my first time reviewing them with you guys. So let's go ahead and do that. Shout out to Shane Hollum for the mock draft. I really love their website because it's so easy to access each round.
Yeah, and look at the rounds. Yeah,
you can
100%.
download it as well if you wanted to. Okay, in round 1, we see CJ Stroud to the Panthers, Bryce Young to the Texans, Anthony Richardson to the Colts, Will Levis to the Raiders, Bijan Robinson to the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh boy, be careful.
Unfortunately, it would be RIP Tyler Algier season. Everyone who was holding on to Tyler Algier, we got through free agency. Imagine that, getting through free agency only to get to the draft and your team, the Falcons, draft Bijan. That would be rough. Okay, on to the rest of the draft where we see, offensive player doesn't, like a skill offensive player doesn't go for a while after that. That's surprising.
Second round.
Kincaid is to the first tight end off the board to the Chargers. Yep.
And this is, by the way, this is how I think there's gonna be a lot of defensive players.
Okay.
I think could be a scenario because I don't want to talk about it too much, but I don't see these middle of the pack teams, the Patriots, Packers, Commanders, Steelers, Lions, Bucks, Seahawks, grabbing a wide receiver. That's why I think these guys can potentially fall. Or we might have to jump up and get some of these guys, not just for the Giants. Any team that needs a wide receiver, they're going to need to jump.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways,
I would say I'd be shocked if there's no wide receiver off the board at pick 25 or pick 22. I would be shocked by that.
Oh my God, yeah, I would agree.
But that's what we're looking at.
I would say Chargers will be a surprise if the Chargers don't get a wide receiver. If JSN is there for the Chargers and they don't get him, and you get a tight end there, you go wide receiver every day.
So Ravens get JSN. Then we see Quentin Johnson to your New York Football Giants. Michael Mayer goes to the Cowboys. Jordan Addison goes to the Saints. I like thinking about how Addison and Olave complement each other. And then Zay Flowers, y'all know he has my heart, goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. We get into the second round here where we see Jalen Hyatt to the Texans. Then we see, one of my comps for Jalen Hyatt actually was, what's his nuts? Will Fuller. Mm-hmm. RIP. Darnell Washington goes to the Raiders. Cedric Tillman goes to the Panthers. Tennessee Titans get Josh Downs. Then we see Luke Musgrave to the Dolphins. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Bears. That's a high volume rushing team. Then we see Zach Charbonnet to the Cowboys. Only a couple picks later. That is fire hot. Buffalo Bills get Tyler Scott. Sam Laporta goes to the Bengals. The Eagles get Devin Achane. So basically, they had the off-brand Walmart version of Achane with Kenneth Gainwell. They said, let's just go ahead and let's buy Mountain Dew, not Mountain Mist. Okay, we get into the third round where we see Rashee Rice to the Cardinals, Marvin Mims to the Broncos, Kendre Miller goes to the Rams. Sean Tucker to the Texans. Damian Pierce owners are going to hate it. A.T. Perry goes to the Patriots. Luke Shoemaker goes to the Packers. Tank Bigsby to the Bucks. Tajay Spears to the Dolphins. That is hot. Fire. Hot. Call the fire department. Get an extinguisher in this thing. Michael Vick. Actually, Minnesota Vikings. I don't know why I said Michael Vick.
Michael
MV.
Vick. What the
Get
heck?
Bryce Ford Wheaton. Tucker Kraft goes to the Jags. Rashawn Johnson to the Bengals. I like it. And then we get into the 4th round, where we see Chase Brown to the Cardinals, Andre Yoshivas to the Colts, Trey Palmer to the Falcons, Rakim Jarrett to the Browns, Zach Kuntz to the Patriots, Jake Haener to the Vikings, Xavier Hutchinson to the Steelers. Why? Sorry.
Sorry. Why?
Zach Evans to the Chargers, Israel Boniconda to the Jaguars, Kenny McIntosh to the Giants. And then we get into the 5th round. This is a nice mock draft. This is fun. Charlie Jones to the Bears, Deuce Vaughn to the Broncos. Let's see. Jonathan Mingo to the Packers. That feels more realistic. In the 5th. Yesterday we saw him in the 2nd. Tanner McKee to the Seahawks. Jaden Reed to the Chargers. We'll stop here in the 5th round. Evan Hull to the Chiefs. Oh, this is what's insane, dude. Evan Hull in the 5th round to the Chiefs is going to be competing with Isaiah Pacheco. I released a video today, and this is what I'm talking about. Even someone like Evan Hull in the 5th round, he will compete with Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah.
If you don't know Evan Hull,
saying sell Pacheco.
I'm saying, like, even someone like this will play a role in that backfield. Dwayne McBride goes to the Niners. Tank Dell goes to the Bucks. And if you want to see round 6 and 7, you are absolutely free to do so. But let's go ahead and start this thing. 2 minutes on the clock. Dynasty, Superflex, Mock Draft, PPR, non-tight end premium. 2 minutes on the clock. Take your time. We'll pause after each pick. No, not each pick. Sorry.
Each round.
Yeah, each round.
After each round. Yeah. I can't part. We appreciate you, man, joining. Thank you so much for that.
Oh yeah, I can't part. Thanks so much for joining YouTube, man. Appreciate that. Your baby goat is now going to grow over time until you get the golden goat, which I know someone in the chat has it. Drusev's got the golden goat.
Yeah. I think Macy has golden goat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Macy does have golden goat.
Evan Holt only scores touchdowns, Scary says. Okay, we see Bijan, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, and now Slavinsky is on the clock. And let's see what he's thinking. By the way,
the combine. That's funny.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, I was just reading like the Evan Hall only scores touchdowns because he was running into the end zone.
I'm telling you, someone's going to fall in love with that.
I agree.
Someone is going to fall in love with that. That's the guy we need in this building. Brennan says, Zach, how do you feel about the Chiefs drafting A-Chain to fill the McKinnon role in the 2nd? You know, I think that McKinnon role was so damn successful for the Chiefs and so important to their success in the red zone and on 3rd downs that I don't see a scenario in which 1, McKinnon isn't back, 2, they draft someone like A-Chain or Gibbs. Like they will bring someone in to play that role. And I think Gibbs or A-Chain would be so sexy in that role. So sexy. I don't want to overvalue them because they're on the Chiefs, but I think it would be fire hot.
Red super hot fire.
Yes. Exactly. Okay, I'm at the 1-7. I'm at the 1-7 here. I'm just gonna consult my rankings. By the way, we just got you and I just got expert rankings on Fantasy Pros, which is cool. Which
yes.
Which eventually I think Flock's site is gonna look just like that, if not better. But that was cool for that to happen for us. Okay, I'm looking at my rankings. And the next player would be probably Quentin Johnston here at the 1-7. Remind me where he
He goes to the New York Football Giants, baby. Danny Dimes, wide receiver 1. Talk it up.
Yeah,
That's a no-brainer. Close your eyes. Just pick it. Easy. See?
I'll draft Quentin Johnson there.
Joseph, man, thank you for the 10 months. That's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate that, dude. By the way, when that happens, Drusov, can I ask? Because I don't even know. Is that like something that pops up in the chat for you where you're like, hey, you've been a member for 10 months. You can like have this cool chat box. How? Because I don't know enough about it. I'm just curious. Does it like, do you get like little chat boxes that pop up when you've been a member for a certain period of time? I guess, right? But
I'm assuming it's something along those lines.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to know more.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see Will Levis go, Jordan Addison go, Michael Mayer goes at the 110. Michael Mayer went to the Cowboys at the end of the first here. This is a really fun mock. Yeah, outside of Xavier Hutchinson's landing spot, I really like this mock draft.
We tried to do it last year. I think we forgot, or I think I said it, but then my wedding happened. The day before the NFL draft, we need to have a realistic live stream, and we make every single pick of what we believe each team will do. Trade up, trade down. Maybe we can do 2. I don't know. I know we don't know much about the defensive players, which is going to be very difficult. But I guess what we can do is hit on the offensive players. Yeah. Yeah. It could be cool.
Agreed. Daniel Juice says you have to hit the money button to donate, and then it shows up. Okay, cool. So it's like saved for people who are members. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Daniel, thank you as well for being a member for 10 months. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, okay, cool. That's sick. YouTube's a mystery.
Devin says Stroud is the actual 101 in Superflex. Boom.
Talk it up. He is the actual 101. People didn't believe me.
When have you ever said he's the 101?
I always said he was the 101 in the NFL draft.
In the NFL draft. I think he's saying in Superflex drafts.
In Superflex, I know.
Okay. Anything in the first round that you want to talk about, you want to discuss? Zay Flowers goes at the 111. Maybe Dalton Kincaid at the 112. Do you feel like that's a little too rich, or how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that personally. Let me just double check these other players.
Kincaid went to the Chargers in the first round.
I think that's a really good pick. I think there's probably a running back that's still available, which I'm pretty sure.
Thanks for the super chat. We'll get to that in 1 second.
I'm pretty sure Coach Malone's going to take that to Zach Charbonnet. He goes.
Oh my God! I just realized he's available.
He goes to Dallas in the second round, but maybe a lot of people don't like that because they believe. So I'm not sure why Zach Charbonnet didn't go in the first, but I want, and maybe this is a thing to ask the community. Would you be scared if the way Tony Pollard is being viewed in the community, to take Zach Charbonnet? I don't know. I mean, I feel like it has to be Charbonnet. Like, wow. See, I don't like Charbonnet to Dallas.
Really, guys?
Farrow said.
I promise you that Tony Pollard isn't carrying the ball 300 times.
But the community views Tony Pollard that way, genuinely. And I know you made a video. I think it was the video you just did. Am I right? The sell high one of Tony?
Yeah.
Right now, according to the community, he is running back 10. That is OD right now. That is way too high for Tony Pollard. And yeah, I don't know. I think Zach Charbonnet probably does deserve to go in the first, but I will be okay taking Dalton going to the Chargers as well, though. I think you pick your poison.
I'll be honest. I was thinking about Charbonnet at the 1-7. Genuinely, I was thinking about it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's shocking. If you started your draft Bijan Robinson and Zach Charbonnet, which I assume is what's going to happen, wow. But I mean, Dalton Kincaid's landing spot is fantastic. I'm still going Zach Charbonnet personally.
I'm trying to see if there's. I think that's the only person I would say that Gibbs went. Ooh, Gibbs went to the Bears in the second. Sheesh. Okay. But yeah, Zach Charbonnet. Wow.
And I've talked about this before, how I have Jahmyr Gibbs and Zach Charbonnet in the same tier in my rookie running back rankings. If Jahmyr Gibbs is a 1-6 in the second round to the Bears, how is Zach Charbonnet not worth a first-round pick to the Cowboys?
That's true.
Just asking questions. True. But, again, maybe people don't view Charbonnet the way that I do, and that's okay. Okay, into the second round, unless there's anything else to talk about.
No, I agree.
Okay, hey, if you want to see 2 mock drafts tonight, a new group of people, go ahead and do us a favor and drop a like. Our like goal today is 115. If you help us get to that goal, we will absolutely pop off another mock draft for you guys. We love hanging out with you, so do us a favor, hit that like button. Easy way to support the show and to see more mock drafts and to help the show grow. All right, let's go ahead and start here into the second round. So Charbonnet goes at the 2-1. There are times when you and I talk about a player and then they go right after, but I don't think I think he was going to go regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I was next at the 102, so I probably would have taken him if he did fall, so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at some of these players.
What do you think?
I see one player I would definitely take. I'm okay with the landing spot. Where did Devin go? Interesting.
How many likes for another food tier? Oh God, who was with us yesterday when we ended the stream?
That was fun.
We ended up going like 40 minutes longer just ranking fast food places.
I'm gonna take a second round guy. I went to the Titan, and I'm okay with it. Being a wide receiver 2 there behind Treylon Burks to get rid of Roberto Woods, and that's Josh Downs.
Okay.
I'm a big believer of Josh Downs, guys.
So I like it. I want to say a big sorry to Sam because we did not get to a super chat straight away like I said we would. I'm sorry about that. We typically do. You guys know. Brother. My bad. Thank you so much for the donation. What should I trade DPJ for? He's my number 3, 10-team, super flex, start 12. I'm thinking old running back, young tight end, or picks. Look,
it's interesting.
The answer to this is going to depend on what people think, because there are people out there in the chat right now even saying Donovan Peoples-Jones is the one to have over Elijah Moore. I don't feel that way, and I don't think Badake feels that way.
No.
I almost feel like, can I get a shot in the 3rd round?
Well, according to the community on Keep Trade Cut, he's worth the 210. Do I believe
that? Will change, though.
Yeah, exactly. That hasn't changed. That has reflected probably with the Elijah Moore trade. Would I do that? I would take a flyer. What's 210? 210, 301, maybe. But an old running back, I just don't know what old running back you could potentially get.
Names that come to mind to me, as I'm on the clock here, older running back, Jamal Williams comes to mind. I think he's more valuable than that. But how about like a name like a Damian Harris? Damian Harris, a James Conner, a Rashad Penny. I would take a shot on a Rashad Penny. I'm not even sure if you could get some of these deals done at this point. Just being completely honest and transparent. I don't think anyone will want Donovan Peoples-Jones anymore. But that's why I was more saying like a pick, because I feel like a pick is easier. But for me, I'm trying to be super realistic about how the community will adjust. He's wide receiver 59 right now. That will not be the case in 2 days. I'm thinking mid to late 3rd. Just trying to be super realistic with what I think you can get. Like the 306. That's what I think is probably the max of what you're going to get.
Yeah, I guess that's going to have to be the price. I would just say hold on to him then. I would say hold on to him. I mean, do you take a shot? I'm trying to think of like these guys I probably don't really meet. Nah, I would just DPJ. You're on the clock, by the way.
I am on the clock. I'm looking at my options. I was really hoping to grab A-Chain. He went right a couple picks before me. Sean Tucker goes off the board. Where did Sean Tucker go in this one? Was it the 4th round?
He went to the Titans. Or sorry, Texans. Ooh, excuse me.
Texans? Was that in the 4th?
I'm not sure. Tucker.
It must be in the third then. Yeah,
Tucker.
he went in the third to the Texans. Okay, there's a running back on the board who I like. I need the draft capital, and I think we get it here. Oh wait, did Zach Evans go? I don't know where Zach Evans went, and I don't want to panic pick, so I'm going to take Kendre Miller. He went to the Rams in the third round. Did Zach Evans go? Did I just mess up?
Zach Evans didn't go.
Did he not go anywhere?
I'm trying to figure out where he went. I'm looking.
He went to the Chargers in the fourth round. Damn it. I'm probably still going Kendre, though, if he gets a full round earlier draft capital. I'm probably still going Kendre. I mean, he's top of the third round to the Rams.
Yeah.
But I do love that landing spot for Zach Evans as a like fourth round will push him maybe into the second in rookie drafts, beginning of the third, and I really like that as a buy. But yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
There he goes. Okay, I'm trying to find some values here in some of these places.
Zach says, can y'all give me some insight as to where everyone decided that DPJ is just automatically screwed with Elijah Moore coming over? Look, if you believe in Donovan Peoples-Jones, it's a really good time for you to go buy him, because I think the community might think like we think. Maybe they don't. I don't want to speak for everyone. But you already have Amari Cooper, who's the one there. By the way, a lot of that production for Donovan Peoples-Jones was with Jacoby Brissett, so it's difficult to actually relate any production right now to Deshaun Watson, even though we had a small sample size. I would put Donovan Peoples-Jones behind Elijah Moore, behind David Njoku. We understand what happened last year. I don't know that happens again this year. It's more about projecting, and maybe you project something else. And again, if that's the case, go try and buy him right now. 92 is... I don't think he had 92 receptions. Am I missing something? He had 61 receptions. What's the 92?
Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Is that targets, maybe? He had 96 targets.
Maybe.
He had 840 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah. Look, if you feel like Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to win out, then I would say go buy him. My rebuttal to that is, if they were comfortable with Donovan Peoples-Jones, why did they go and get trade for Elijah Moore? You know,
exactly. And the Browns were in talks of trying to get Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy was too much. And also think of the draft capital that they spent on both guys. I mean, they traded a second round pick for Elijah Moore, where they drafted DPJ with the 6th round pick. I think draft capital, even with the trade, is significantly better. I think Elijah Moore, overall, my personal opinion, is better overall talent than DPJ. We saw that at Ole Miss. He was a feature there, and we haven't seen it. And I would say we've seen more from DPJ than we've seen from Elijah Moore. Completely agree. But I think that was because Elijah Moore came in, was the wide receiver 1. Zach Wilson was injured. He got injured in his first year. Second year, they get Garrett Wilson, so the value drops. Zach Wilson also gets hurt again. Elijah Moore misses some games, has that trouble as well with the offensive coordinator. I think there's just so many like things that hindered Elijah Moore to not get onto the field and not get the production that he was, and he was utilized the wrong way, being out wide, not in the slot. So
yeah,
you're on the clock.
Yeah, I think it's much more projection than seeing what they did with their wide receiver room last year. But Zach is saying, he says that, I think he's saying that he doesn't think that they're comfortable with David Bell. That's why they made the move.
Yeah, and David Bell was a 3rd round pick, something like that. So,
which I can respect it. I'm on the clock here. Let's just take a quick second, because we didn't pause after the 2nd round, and just talk about. I know exactly who I'm going to draft. But anything surprising so far from the second to the mid-third round?
Where'd Tillman go?
Tillman went in the second round, so he actually had pretty good draft capital. He went in the second round to the Panthers. Okay. Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, I would expect him to go higher than that then, personally. I would say I would take him where Booty went. I think Booty had a fourth round draft capital. But other than that, I like all the landing spots.
We kind of skipped over Tajay Spears a little bit, and I wanted to just highlight him. He went in the second round. Sorry, third round to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And I really love envisioning him in that offense and not a lot of competition. Rashawn Johnson, I also thought was a really good pick. He went to the Bengals in the third round. If they do indeed move on from Joe Mixon, like everyone's saying, which they haven't done yet. I felt like if they were going to do it, they would have done it by now, Badake. Like, you would have made that move to clear up space. Everyone keeps saying they're going to do it. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to move him personally. And he's all that off the field issues, I think, kind of settled, and it wasn't him. But maybe it was. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I think I've always said I think they're keeping Joe Mixon. So
yeah, I really don't know, but I would feel similarly to you.
I believe they're going to keep him.
So Darnell Washington went with the 38th overall pick to the Raiders, and he went at the 3-5. I think that's great value. I really like that pick. I'm up on the clock here, and I already know who I'm taking. It's Chase Brown. He goes in the fourth round to the Arizona Cardinals. So I like envisioning how he could develop a role there in that offense.
Yeah, I definitely would take Chase Brown over Laporta, but Laporta got some good capital there. He second to the Bengals. So, but I would definitely taken Chase Brown potentially. But.
Yeah. Yeah, just keeping up with the chat here, trying my best. In and outs over Bijan Robinson. Casey took it real hard last night when we said in and out was overrated.
Sorry, Casey.
I don't know, man.
Don't think it's good.
I'm just not a fan of In-N-Out outside of their burgers and shakes, which is two fantastic things. But if you don't have a good French fry, you can't be a burger spot that I'm gonna, back. Xavier Hutchinson goes at the 308, which was another player I was considering. It was really close between those two. Yeah. Shake Shack is goated. Someone says, were you comfortable drafting Mixon in a startup? I mean, he's going so late. He's going like 10th, 11th, 12th round right now. It's crazy. So anywhere there, I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Jordan says currently eating a double-double while watching. Love that.
Love it.
Austin says, damn, these guys are worse at replying to chat questions than the actual flock leader. The flock leader.
The flock leader.
Sounds like a cult.
Shout out to the flock leader.
What's up, Austin? You got a question for us, my man? How can we help you? Keep in mind, guys, that the main point of the stream is to try and bring you guys content on the mock draft. As we always say, we do try our absolute best to reply to as many questions as possible. We're not going to be able to reply to every question. I think that's just the reality, unfortunately. But thanks for watching. And if you have a question that we can answer, we would try our best, but we don't make any guarantees. What we do guarantee is if you have something that you desperately need answered, every super chat gets answered pretty much straight away.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm just a piece of shit.
But other than that, fuck me.
Yeah, honestly. All love. Kenny McIntosh, Evan Hall to the Chiefs. I mean, yeah, maybe we need to I think you would take Evan Hall over Chase. No, I would take Chase over Evan still.
Evan would have been probably in the conversation if Chase Brown was off the board, for sure.
Was off the board. Yeah, I would agree. I would
Yeah.
agree. Okay, well, you see some of these guys already off the board.
He says, here, I'll sum it up. If you have plenty of studs, would you overpay for Mahomes? Yes. I am the gatekeeper, Olaf says. I am the keymaster. Oh, y'all are too much, man. Y'all are too much. I love streaming. Genuinely, I say it all the time, but my favorite part of what we do is streaming and connecting with people.
Just trying to find some late guys here. Too late for us.
What are you thinking here, brother, at the 106?
At the 106.
Talk us through it.
Just looking for some guys, man, honestly.
I'll tell you a guy if you're looking for guys. You looking for guys? Do you want one?
Pause.
Do you want a guy?
Yeah, let me know.
Malik Cunningham. Another name, Xavion Valade.
Xavion Valade.
Deep sleeper, man. Deep sleeper.
I'm just trying to find people that okay. I'm really trying to go in the late round, 6th round. Went to a place that not this year, but year 2 can kind of come up, right? Like, where would I truly go if that was the case? And I'm probably going to be auto picked here, and I'm just going to take
The pressure is there.
Dontavion Wicks. He goes to the Patriots. Don't love it in the 6th round. Tyler Scott.
That's who I was hoping would fall. Bryce Ford.
I was looking for him. I was trying to find him. That was the guy I was looking for the whole.
Bro, he went in the 3rd round to the Vikings. That is
kidding.
a steal at the
You should
4-4.
see.
I had no idea why he was still available at the 3-7. There were so many good options.
I'll literally show you my screen right now of how I had Ford, and I'm on the 3rd round. And I think the thing is, I just didn't scroll all the way down.
It's unfortunate,
annoying.
brother.
But GG's.
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna fall, please? Okay, I'm on the board. Yeah, you got to scour through this thing.
Yeah, you got to. And I think this is what's fun about the 4th round with these deep mock drafts. You know, getting the 4th to 7th round. It's like, okay, who can you take a shot on here, right? Like, where did A.T. Perry go?
He went in the 3rd.
A.T. Perry?
Mm-hmm.
He went to the Patriots as well. Okay. See, that could be interesting. Maybe not this year, but next year. What about Tyler Scott?
So I'll just say 2 names that I'm looking at here. Man, I was hoping Evan Hull would fall. That was really who I wanted. Jaden Reed on the Chargers in the 5th is interesting. Michael Wilson to the Seahawks in the 5th is something that I really like. But the name I'm going to go with here, I like Zach Kuntz to the Patriots. I don't know if he's gone off the board yet. I don't think so.
No.
Abani Konda is still there. No, he's gone. He went to 3-9.
Nah, he went.
All right. The name I'm going to go with, I talked about him a little bit in January or so. I think the hype didn't catch because the Senior Bowl wasn't all that great for him. I think it showed clear flaws in his route running. But it's kind of like the off-brand discount Walmart version of Christian Watson. Very off-brand. Very Walmart version. Andre Yoshivas out of Princeton. 6'3", 200 pounds. Really, really good athlete. But again, not a very polished route runner, and I don't know that he has the tools to be a polished route runner. But he goes in the 4th round, early 4th round to the Colts. And I think that's your Paris Campbell replacement. And I like envisioning what his role could be within that offense and how he could potentially develop there. Andrew, thank you so much for the super chat, man. That's very, very kind of you. A 10 dono. Let's go ahead and answer this guy straight away. Thanks for the donation. 12-team half PPR, start 9, 3 wide receivers, super flex. Just won the chip. Congratulations. But what do I do with Devontae? My other wide receivers are Olave, DK, Amon-Ra, DPJ, Ayuk. Why did we put DPJ before Ayuk, Andrew? Don't disrespect Ayuk like that. It's a joke. I'm sure you're not. Trying to trade Devontae for JSN/Gibbs. Running backs are Pierce, Pacheco. Here's what I'll say, Badake. If you won the championship last year and you had Devontae Adams, ain't no reason to move him. But let's go win the chip again. But if you can get JSN or Gibbs, totally on board. I just don't think you're getting 105 price tag on Devontae Adams right now at his age.
Nah, I would agree. I don't know. I don't personally think anyone is going to want to sell Jason or Gibbs for that.
Yeah, same.
And it looks like your running backs, Pierce and Pacheco, who we always say to sell high. And I like Pierce. Why don't you try and go get another running back? Like, is that a Josh Jacobs? Is that a Najee right
That's
now?
a good
that
point.
could be
What
a really,
actually
a
Najee
really good price.
very, very good option.
I would probably try and fill out that running back room a little bit more because your running backs, your wide receivers are stacked. Olave, DK, Amon-Ra, you have Ayuk there. That's probably not even including your draft picks, which you probably have the 112, right? I'm assuming you have the 112 in this scenario. So can you package the 112, Devontae Adams, and kind of get somebody there as well? You know, we always say, like, I mean, in this scenario, 112, getting Zach Charbonnet, if he was available at the 112, which I highly doubt, you could do that. But I would say package Devontae Adams in the 112 and try and see what you can get. Can you get another wide receiver or another running back?
So given your build, I'll just say my piece on it. Given your build and the fact that you won last year, I think your team is probably pretty strong. And what you've said, it sounds pretty strong. I would only go from Devontae to like a Najee to a Charbonnet if I'm getting more in that deal. Like I probably wouldn't do a straight up. I don't know if you would agree, Badake, but I probably wouldn't do a straight up given your current team construction. You have no reason to sell Devontae for what he's not worth. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm all aboard Najee. I think that's a very good option. I just think you could get more than just Najee, and maybe that's like you add in 2 players and you're upgrading, you're tiering up at a different position. But I also just want to say that I don't think it happens, but I would really explore Josh Jacobs, like I think you said.
Yeah.
I would explore Travis Etienne, like paying up a premium if you're a championship winning team. So anyway,
I think when it gets like those top guys, like the top 5 guys, I don't think, at least in my rankings, I don't think it will be. I don't
like
think
that's why I specifically said paying up to get them.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that you would get that deal done 1-on-1.
Other than that, I'm not going anywhere below Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Najee. I'm staying within those guys, and you could, like Zach said, pay up, but I'm not going below that. I'm not going like a Mondre, Damian, a Swift. I'm not going any of those guys. I'm only keeping it within that window, and if that doesn't work out, you keep Devontae Adams, or you probably flip him for a younger wide receiver.
Yeah.
If that's somehow the case. So that's what I would do.
Thanks so much for the super chat, man. Really hope that helps, and we do appreciate the support. Hey guys, our like goal for you to see another mock draft today is 115. We are currently 14 likes away. If you want to see another rookie mock draft right now with a whole new group of people,
come on, baby.
Go ahead and hit that like button. We only need 13 likes right now. So if you want to see it happen, do us a favor. Help support the show by dropping a like, helping us on the old algorithm, and then you will also see another mock draft right now. The stream doesn't have to end if you don't want it to. Also, it says in the chat, celebrate the first super chat from Andrew W. Does that mean this is the first time Andrew's used super chat, or the first time he's used it on ours?
I think it may be the first time he used it on ours, and it says like,
okay, cool.
I don't know if you see little balloons.
Yeah.
How do I like? It says celebrate the first super chat. Like, is there like a thing that we can do?
I think it's more just like, hey, thanks for the first one on the channel. I think that's what they mean.
I wonder if you could press a little trumpet and then it makes a little noise on you. Doo, 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 doo.
That would be cool. That would be awesome. But yeah, I mean, maybe not. I'm just gonna answer one of these questions really quick. Ryan says, how does limited rosters such as FFPC impact your overall strategy? How limited are the rosters would be my question. Like, you know, like what's the starting lineups in that league? What do your bench spots look like? That kind of thing. If you guys haven't already, go check out Bryce Ford Wheaton highlights. He's incredibly underrated. Yeah, man. After he balled out at the combine, I went and looked at some film. He's nice, but not very polished as a route runner. So he's like, okay, if we're looking at discount Christian Watsons in this class, like Walmart off-brand versions, I would put Bryce Ford Wheaton as, like, if we're putting Christian Watson discounts like in C tier, and then I would put Andre Yashivas in like F tier, right?
Right.
So
okay.
Bryce is like, they're likely not going to have a big impact on fantasy. Like, they're not going to score many fantasy points, I don't believe, but the upside is there for them to develop into these freak athletes. Okay, so we did hit our like goal. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. So let's go ahead and pop off a new mock draft. And we'll get a whole new group of people. And while I'm setting this up, Badake, can you tell people how to join? And more importantly, don't join if you've already mocked with us here today.
Exactly. Guys, like Zach said, give somebody else another opportunity to join this mock draft if you were in the mock draft earlier. But if you want to be part of this mock draft, all you have to do is below, and I like to say this because it's true and it's pretty awesome. We have a pretty cool Discord. Not only us, we have Mason, Fantasy
the super chat season,
and Fantasy Endgame, which is awesome. So come join this Discord, which is really fun. Go to our tab where it says FantasyLand. It has the orange footballs content releases. And that's exactly where I'll be posting the link. I'm going to write, I am posting the link here. Go there. Content releases under Fantasyland, guys. It is first come, first serve. We go live Monday through Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Did you send me that link, by the way?
No.
Did
you want to get in?
I mean, I don't have to. I mean, I can get off the stream if you want. I'll go do some other stuff.
All right. See you later.
All right. Sorry, guys. And I'm going to join this mock draft. Let's do 1-9. Make sure you join it. I'm going to send the link out.
Where did I draft last? 1-7. Let me ask this. Where do people want me to draft in the second one? That's what I would like to know. Where do people want me to draft? And while we're waiting on people to tell me that, I just want to quickly answer Caesar's question here. Thank you for the super chat, man. His super chat says, traded Diggs for Godwin, Geno, a 24 first. I don't need to see the rest of it, Caesar. Congratulations, well done. But let's read the rest of it. Also traded Devonta Smith and Keenan Allen for A.J. Brown. W trades ? I have Godwin, AJ Brown, Olave, Garrett, Wilson.
Oh boy,
that is one hell of a wide receiver room.
That's big.
And I think you won both trades.
Agreed. I would agree there. Too easy.
Okay, so I'm seeing 202, 105, 102, 110. We haven't sent the link out yet, Zach. 111, 14, 103, 105. Okay, why don't we go? I see a lot of like earlier 105, 102, 104, 103. Why don't we go 103 then?
Easy.
Let's go 103.
Once again, join our Discord, Fantasyland tab, then content releases. That's where I'll be posting the link, and I'm going to send the link out here. You joined? Yes, you did.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. There you go. There's a link. And usually the second one, you have a little bit more opportunity to get in.
Trippy. I feel like I haven't seen Trippy in so long. MP got in. You love to see it.
There
All
it
right.
is.
Welcome in, everybody.
I'm back.
So,
what happened to Trippy? How you feeling, brother?
should we go through this mock draft again, or does everyone remember?
I think we all know, guys. Come on.
I think everyone knows. If you don't have it and you want to access it, I'll put it in the chat. Again, it's also in the description. But I think everyone knows at this point where players are. Zach says it let me join. Keep in mind, guys, that when you join, you also have to click like a spot. Does that make sense? Like you got to click on a spot, if that makes sense. But it will let anyone join as a spectator. Okay. I don't need to overthink this. Bryce Young, my quarterback, 1 at the 1-3.
Don't overthink it.
Goes to the Texans. Welcome to the squad.
Fluid. Don't overthink it. Let's see what G Money does. You're not gonna do a G Money. I know what you're thinking. Exactly. Okay. Come on, Trippy. You won't make it happen again. I think Trippy
Trying to get the player that you want down the board.
Nah. I was wanting to see if Anthony Richardson was gonna go at least like the 1-6. But
all right,
Good
so we
Jameer?
see JSN, A Rich, Jameer Gibbs, and then full sins on the clock. Doesn't show that he's active, so I hope he's still with us here. But
you just got a full send it, brother.
just got a full send it. Yeah, exactly. Samuel, thank you so much for the super chat, man. And it looks like it says it's your first super chat on the channel as well, so thank you.
Appreciate it.
His question is 12 team, maybe, yeah, you just do it every time. 12 team Superflex start 9. Should I trade Lamb and Etienne for Love, Metcalf, 110, Alexander Madison? And no. Yeah. I'm keeping Lamb and Etienne here. He says, I have JJ, Lamb, Ridley at wide receiver, only dimes at quarterback right now. I want to buy Jordan Love, but not if this is the cost. Yeah, I'm keeping Lamb and Etienne there. I think whoever has Jordan Love is trying to pull a fast one on you. Do you disagree or have an opinion there?
I don't disagree.
Okay.
I'll take Jordan Addison here. Going to the New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans Saints.
Hope that helps, Samuel. So Addison, you said went to the Saints. That's fun. I like that. I like how that feels. Will Levis at the 1-8, Charbonnet at the 110, who we discussed last time should have been a first-round pick. Now he is. And then KCB is now up on the clock.
This is where, like, I'm looking at the board, and if this is a draft that I don't really love, I'm happy to trade back. But let me.
I was gonna say Zay's still there. I would say now I feel that way.
Where's Zay go?
He went to the Chiefs at the end of the first.
Los Chiefs.
Everyone's lost.
Los Chiefs. Flowers got sniped. What a dog. What a dog, mate. Oh, what a day. I'm hungry.
Yeah, same.
Excuse me. Haven't eaten yet. Nearly midday here. 11:47 on a Thursday.
Flowers got sniped. What a dog. MP wanted Flowers. Yeah, Styles. I think the same thing. Josh Downs goes at the 112. Let me see. Dalton Kincaid at the 2-1. Okay, the first tight end off the board is not Michael Mayer. Yeah. It is Dalton Kincaid. I mean, both have fantastic landing spots. Kincaid to the Chargers in the first. Mayer to the Cowboys in the first. They go back to back. Sheesh.
We live, Ben, we actually both live in Sydney, Australia, Zach and I. Oddly enough, it's so weird that, like, people still don't realize where we live. Whether you
Well,
need
it's because I think as we grow, it's not something that we talk about every day.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it makes sense.
We both live in Sydney, Australia. We're both Americans. We both married to Australians, and we met over here, and now we here. Now we here. We staying.
So I'm taking A-Chain here. I don't care. Fight me if you want, guys. I'm taking Devin A-Chain here at the 2-3. He went to the Eagles in the second round. Yeah, I'll grab him here.
Yeah.
He says, "Wow, I never knew that. That's a dope story." Yeah, well, you know, we're both born and raised Americans. I was raised on the East Coast, around the DC, Virginia area, around the DMV. Then I lived there for about a decade. Then I moved to Kansas City, where I lived for about a decade. And then we actually met. Badake lived in New York, and we met in Sydney. We didn't actually meet in America. We met in Sydney.
Yeah.
And we were housemates together. And both lost our jobs during COVID. And I was in LA at that time when I lost my job.
Yeah, we were actually doing it in 2 different countries, by the way. When we first started, if you go back to our old videos in our other channel, Zach was in LA and I was here in Sydney.
Yeah. And don't watch those videos because they're not good.
No, they're actually terrible.
And yeah, so I applied for hundreds of jobs. No one would even reply to me during COVID because everyone wanted a job and everyone was more qualified than me. So I think Badake was in the same boat, and then we talked about doing this for a while, and we originally started doing it just for our league mates, and then people liked it. We were like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this for real. And I think consistency was just key for us to get to where we are today, and we're not where we want to be, but just continually grinding. And we do believe that one day we will be in that place where we want to be.
Yeah, agreed. And we continue.
But we're very proud of our content. We're proud of the partnerships that we've had. But again, like we want more for the channel, for the community. We want to keep growing.
Wow. I mean, I can't par. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh wow, brother! Thank you so much for the super
we
chat.
Appreciate you.
A $50 super chat.
$50. All love, man. So
Jeez Louise.
What took you guys in Australia? No, I don't have to. Great story, fam. Yeah. So now we're here. We're honestly just trying to make it. We started doing it for fun, like Zach said, and then it was like, good. Let's continue to ride out and see how this is gonna work. Straight to Franco's, bro.
Straight to Franco's.
Think about all that.
I can't part, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that donation. That's very kind of you. You did not have to do that, but we do really appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like we should probably just tell our story like every 6 months as the channel grows, because you know, we don't always talk about it, but
nah, we don't always talk about it, but it's good. It's good. Yeah. It's fun. We still live here.
Thanks for the sub, CT.
It's not bad. Like I said, 11:52 over here on Thursday. Let's see what it is outside. Right now, it is currently 82 degrees where I live. So it's coming to the end of summer. It's actually summer technically already ended, but you know, we get that overall nice weather. So
when you said summer, it made me think of, is it Napoleon Dynamite when she's like, if you vote for me, it'll be summer all year long.
This is the way I said summer? What happened?
Maybe, I don't know. My mind went there.
Summer all year long. Anyways, I'm
on the clock.
15 seconds.
I'm on the clock. I know who I'm going to take. I'm going to take Darnell Washington. What I will say is Tajay Spears at the 2-9 is ridiculously good value.
Yeah.
So good job on that pick. I'm going to take Darnell Washington here, who is a early second round pick to the Raiders. So I'll take a shot on him there at the 3-3.
Nah, that's good. That's good. I don't mind that. Jacob says, Badake, where you from? New York. I'm born and raised there myself. I'm from Brooklyn, Park Slope.
Brooklyn. I'm walking here.
Brooklyn. I'm walking here. Yeah. I'm born and raised there, and then I moved to Florida. I feel like just like every New Yorker does, you either you either go to New York, you stay in New York, or you move somewhere down. Whether it's I feel like whether it's Florida or like Connecticut or some shit like that, but even though that's not South, but yeah, born and raised there.
Favorite city in the States to visit?
That has to be New York.
I would probably say LA.
I've been to LA once, don't love it.
I would actually, yeah, LA is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. You either love it or you hate it. And it's not what it looks like in the movies. I would actually probably say, and I wouldn't spend all of my holiday there if I went to America, but I probably would go to Kansas City. Because that's where most of my family in America are. My aunt, who I love, is there, and other family, good friends, and also the best barbecue that you can possibly get in America. See you at Jack Stack's.
Good old Kansas City barbecue.
Downtown.
I'm done. I would. Yeah, I mean, America is just you just eat and eat and eat. I can't. Maybe we should do the food tour.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
So I would probably say Kansas City, LA.
I would say Florida. I like Florida.
Florida. I want to go to Miami. I've never been.
Miami's just a strip though, so at least that's how I see it. I lived in Tampa, Florida, and that was a little bit better than Miami. Miami's cool because you got the beach, and you got the strip, and you got like that vibe. But I felt like all Miami was the strip, and after that, it wasn't anything else. So
yeah,
I guess that's how I feel.
For sure. Joseph, thanks so much, man, for becoming a YouTube member. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, huge love, man.
By the way, I saw I Camp Hard using this this emoji. Did you add that?
Nah, I didn't add anything.
Has that been there forever? How have people not been using that one? That's like one of the best ones.
Oh, the face? Yeah. That's one of the new. That was the one new one I added.
The one new one you added. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, wait, what?
Welcome, Joseph. Thank you so much, man. Let's get to Anthony's super chat. He says, what do you think of Love's value at this point? Where would you rank him amongst quarterbacks now? And how high do you think he can rise? Okay, so
sorry. What do you think of
I
Love's
currently have him ranked as my quarterback 22. It's really hard to put him ahead of guys like Russell Wilson and Jared Goff, but I think he could rise as high as quarterback 15.
Okay,
so I think 15 to 22 is the range.
Yeah, I also have him as 22, and I think the only reason why he's like this right now, and let me see where he's at according to the community as well. The reason why this hasn't really taken a step is because the trade hasn't gone down. And I think once that happens, a lot of people, especially with Jordan Love's age, still only being 24, he's quarterback 18 in the community's eyes. I can see him taking the step, maybe potentially over Trey. I think it'll be a little bit more difficult, I say, with Daniel Jones. I would say more people feel more comfortable having Jordan Love over Tua. I would also say, I could be wrong because of the Tua injury, but I can definitely see him stepping up.
I would be pretty surprised if it got to that point before the season without seeing him as a starter for the year.
As a starter, okay. I think that can definitely happen.
I think the line for me is like Trey Lance with his uncertainties.
And that's exactly where the line is here. So if you go to the community, it's Daniel Jones, Trey Lance, Jordan Love. And I feel like, I mean, I'm a Tua believer, but I think with the community, they don't like Tua with the injury. So I can see him potentially going up higher. Yeah. At least just jumping at least Tua as a quarterback alone, right? Not in the actual position, because they have to do a QB 15. So
yeah, I would be super surprised if that happens. I feel like 22. I'm already. You guys know this. I've brought Jordan Love as for over a year as a buy. But even at quarterback 22, I'm still asking myself questions like, do I want him over Geno Smith, who's 23? Do I want him over Jared Goff, who's 21? Russell Wilson at 20? So I really think the absolute peak is probably like 15 to 17.
Okay. I'll take Kenny for the loss.
By the way, I took Evan Hull at the 4-3. Really glad that he fell to me there. I do like Evan Hull. He goes to the Chiefs, I think, in the 4th round.
Nice.
Let's get to the super chat from Anthony. He says, actually, we just answered it. Sorry. Thank you so much for the question, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Huge love there for Joe as well, joining on you. But yeah, that's all the little emoji things that we have. I need to see if we can get more. I mean, a lot of people have been joining, so let's see.
The more YouTube members we get, the more custom emojis we can put in the chat. And honestly, like, I don't think anyone from YouTube, we're not big enough from anyone from YouTube to really watch this and care what we think, but I think it's ridiculous how many members you have to add more custom emojis. Yeah. But it is cool to see. We need 5 more.
It says we need 5 more to unlock 10 emojis.
10 more emojis.
So I could create 10 more emojis.
Okay, that's good, because the last time it was like you get 1 more, right?
Yeah, it was something stupid.
Okay. Well, we're on our way then. Let's see. All right, so let's talk about this draft. Steals of the draft. Players you don't love where they went. Give me one of each.
Steals of the draft, I would say Tajay for sure. Going to the Dolphins, one of the best landing spots out there. I think because he was so deep in ADP, some people forget. I think you can put Tajay and Devin A-Chain in that conversation, like where you took Devin at the 203.
I agree.
If he does get that landing spot with draft capital,
yeah.
Oh what? Shit! Wait, what?
Wait, what is?
You can give memberships. Make the new emojis, yo. That's love, Camp. That's what's up. I didn't know that. Okay.
Wait, what?
I didn't.
What is that?
This is.
What does that mean?
It's like I didn't know that was possible.
Is it like Twitch?
Yeah, it's like Twitch. Let me see if I can make that immediately. Out of curiosity.
I camp hard. Thank you so much, man.
Bro,
that's very
awesome.
kind of you.
That is awesome.
He just gifted 10 memberships.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not sure if that's going to reflect now or later, and I hope that when you gifted it, it works.
Wow. Thank you. That's awesome. I don't know what to say. Dude. Thank you.
I don't see it reflecting here, but maybe it does later.
It probably takes a couple days. Yeah. Oh, now we're about to get notifications, I think, for everyone who becomes a member. Well, I Camp Hard is just helping out the entire squad, saying, you get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. He's on his Oprah hour right now. Appreciate you, man. That's very, very kind of you. Kevin Bacon. And he actually says make them new emojis. Well, I can promise you on the stream tomorrow we will have some new emojis for everyone who's
That's
a YouTube
love, yo.
member.
That's huge love. Thank you so much, man.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. And honestly, thank everyone who's just gifted a membership. Thanks to I'm saying for you guys as well. Very kind of you, man. Very kind. Very nice. Yeah. Wholesome moment. Special grade says.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Kyle was gifted a membership. He said, "Dang." Hey, man. Thank you. We do really appreciate that.
Yeah. All the notifications are coming through.
I know. I didn't even know you could do that. That's why I was like, I was like, can you do that? We've never had that happen before.
Super chat, membership, join the membership.
History. We're making history on the stream today.
No, that is cool. Hey, we appreciate you. So yeah, I would say Tajay Spears. I think Tajay Spears can definitely be in the conversation of the 203.
Yeah.
If he does get that draft capital landing spot, and then someone that went too high.
Man of the year, sorry.
No, people keep talking. Where did Booty go?
Okay, so just quickly, I agree Tajay Spears is a great value there, and I was also thinking about Tajay Spears at the 2-3, so I'm on board. I think that's good value. I just went with A-Chain earlier draft capital, but Tajay would have been my pick probably if A-Chain wasn't available. I would also say Bryce Ford Wheaton's pretty good value at the 4-8. He went in the 3rd round, and somehow he was almost one of the last picks of the draft. He went in the 3rd round to the Vikings, who have a clear need, which we've talked about, at wide receiver, in the wide receiver room now that Thielen is gone. So I think those would be definitely names I would point to as pretty good steals in this draft.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Sean says, y'all got merch? Didn't know that. I'm about to cop. Yes, we do. We don't really talk about it too often, but we just, honestly, what we did is we just made things that we liked. And then we just told people, hey, we like this. Maybe you do too.
I got this phone case. I made the phone case. I can't really see. Let me pull up my camera so I can not look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Turn off my lights.
So yeah, go check out. Go check it out.
That's
what the phone case looks like.
Which is pretty cool.
Which I definitely wanted. I just don't have. I have an iPhone 10. My iPhone's a dinosaur apparently.
I'm like, it's kind of hard to do it now because of the screen is a bit small, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm thinking about making a new one. I'm making it. I started making it. I just don't know what vibe I want to do. I was thinking it'd be cool if I can make one of like each team, but at the same time, that's going to take a long time.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
And like maybe I'll do one, like we'll release one every 2 months. But at the same time, I don't want to pull that time and effort and then like only one person gets it, But maybe it would be like an exclusive, like once it would be like, okay, we're dropping, 2 phone cases. And
thanks for the sub, O'Shea.
Appreciate you. 2 phone cases and you can get it, but we'll see.
I can't part all love unless you're in my leagues. Am I missing something on a Boniconda? Why did he drop to me? I think probably I definitely was focused more on the chat at that time, unfortunately, than the draft. But I imagine it's because of the landing spot. He went to the Jags in the 4th.
Yeah.
So difficult to see him surpassing Etienne without an injury. Yeah. Booch says 5 more people want membership gifts. Will you stick around and support our boys? Mighty Booch. You don't have to do it, I promise. Mighty Booch says shout out in the chat if you want a gift. You guys are too kind.
I am
too kind.
I can see it's kind of reflecting now. It says I can only add 2 right now. Assuming later.
It might just take time for it to update.
Yeah. I gotta figure out what do you guys want for new emoji? That's the real question.
Yeah, good question actually. What emojis do you guys want?
I have no idea. I definitely want to use like some sort of football emoji. Like I want to have like. Should we get like a Joe Burrow like cool vibe emoji? Because I feel like our theme is with Joe Burrow right now with the hit the gap.
Joe Burrow's a good one. Yeah, maybe Joe Burrow with his glasses on.
Yeah, like when he's doing that interview or something.
Yeah.
Or it could just be like another meme.
Yeah.
Which could be
we had ideas. I feel like we had ideas written down.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember where those ideas are. We just didn't think we would get there this fast.
I'm in a doc somewhere. I actually have no idea. Maybe it's under random ideas. Maybe it's under ideas.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it under ideas?
I don't know. Sorry.
No.
I bet you if you search into the drive emoji, YouTube membership. I found it.
Okay.
Type in emoji into the drive.
Okay, yeah, right. We didn't make a document of this.
We want to add Kermit Sith Lord, which I think could be really funny. Oh yes, this is fine dog. The dog who's like with the fire all around him. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, do we? Okay.
Yeah. It's on, I just put it in the chat. Look.
Kermit sipping tea. Spider-Man pointing meme. Leonardo DiCaprio pointing. I want that one. I really want that one.
That's an iconic one.
Yeah.
That's an iconic one for sure. Oh, Mighty Booch, man. That's awesome.
Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, we put. Oh, Mighty Booch, thank you very much. That is very kind.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Ah, that's very kind of you.
Um,
You guys are being too kind today. Marshawn driving the cart. I don't know how realistic that is for an emoji.
I think the best one I think we should do
Richard Sherman, the interception face with Russell Wilson.
Okay, so this is the ones that we should do. I think we should do the. I'm pretty dark right now. Hold on, let me turn the light on. I think what we should do is Leonardo DiCaprio, the whistle, like hey, you know, like when somebody does like take Anthony Richardson 101, everyone just spams that in the chat. That would be good. What was the other one that you said? The Kermit sipping tea, or like Kermit Sith Lord? I think one of those should definitely be in there.
I like both of them, but yeah, we can choose one. The Spider-Man pointing, I think, is pretty good.
The Spider-Man point, okay.
Like imagine we had that emoji when last year, Kadarius Toney and Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah, true. We can do that. Apparently we need 5. So how many is that? We're gonna have 5. So that's technically 3. So we have 2 Kermit the Frog. We have
Tyreek with the deuces. That's a pretty good one.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A emoji. Actually, yes, that's a great idea.
You should write this down.
Yes, Chick-fil-A emoji.
Okay, so one more time.
You could actually just do like the cow. The cow.
Yeah. Okay. So do Chick-fil-A emoji. Do Kermit sipping tea. Kermit Sith Lord. Leonardo DiCaprio. And then I think we should.
Hold on. You're going too fast.
How about Pat Bev celebrating after winning the playing game? The old coffee smiling. What's the old coffee smiling guy? Which one's that one?
Oh yes. It looks like a stock photo, where he's holding it up and like pretending like he's not crying.
Yeah. That one's funny. That's funny as hell. Hold on. We can definitely do that one.
That one is funny.
That's awesome.
I think Spider-Man pointing we definitely need. I think you said that. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio pointing. We definitely need
the coffee one. So maybe we'll take. Maybe we should take Kermit sipping tea out if we can't add that, and then we add the guy with the coffee.
We can. I thought you said we have 10 emojis.
Yeah, true. That is true. Hold on. Let's see. I want to see if it reflects. It says we have 10 emojis.
It might just take a second for YouTube to update. It might take a couple hours. Okay, so right now we have the Chick-fil-A cow, Tyreek peace sign, Kermit Sith Lord, Kermit sipping tea, the old man smiling, holding a mug, Spider-Man pointing, Leonardo DiCaprio pointing. Oh, that's a great Terrence. Yes, Toy Story, Let 'Em Cook.
I don't know that one.
Hold up, Let 'Em Cook.
Toy Story.
That's a great one.
Let 'Em Cook. Right. Okay.
That's a really good one.
That is funny.
Butt fumble emoji. I wonder how we can make that an emoji though.
It would be really hard to see that butt fumble emoji, I would say.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind it's difficult sometimes because the
size.
The size is so small.
It has to be an image of something that everyone can recognize off the jump, and I think that's why the Spider-Man emoji might be difficult, because it's already a wide shot of the Spider-Man one.
Right.
But we can definitely.
But what you could do is in Photoshop, you could bring them together.
Yeah.
And just pointing at each other. But I can't part. I definitely want one of these emojis to be for you. Actually, let's say I can't hard and Mighty Booch. Tell us what you want. Even if it's not going to look good as an emoji, we'll put it up.
Hold on, let him cook.
The hold up, let him cook one is very good. Yeah, we're at 8 right now, so 2 more from you guys, and we'll put us over the top.
That's hilarious. Hold on, let him cook. I feel like we can take out we don't have to take them out. I feel like if we get a new one of sipping tea, we can take out Andy Reid. I mean, not Andy.
No.
We can take out Bill Belichick one.
I love that one. I don't want to take it out.
Okay.
That one is so funny in my mind.
Yeah, people love the Andy Reid one. Still difficult to see though.
Okay, while we're waiting on I Can't Pardon Mighty Boots to tell us what emojis they want, it'll be in honor of their donations. I love how so many people just got memberships in the chat. The chat is popping off.
Yeah, with the emojis. Yeah, I love it.
I'm just gonna try and look back and see if there's any questions that I can answer. Let's see here. I remember Zach having a question saying, I see you're using link for landing spots for mocks you are doing now. Do you always use the same one, or is there a website that does a good random NFL? So Zach, it's hard to find really good mock drafts, but what we do is we do switch it up every week. Almost actually every stream pretty much. For the most part, we switch it up and get a new mock draft. Because at this point, again, things are going to change, but it's just an exercise, and we want to, you know, we want to try and make the exercise useful.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading Mighty Booch. So sorry, my cat freaked out. Started riding all over my dog and knocked over my wine. Oh no, I missed everything. Post the random.
So what we're saying, Booch, is like we want you and I Camp Hard to tell us what emojis you want added, and we're gonna make sure that it happens. But that is funny visual.
Is it two? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan says it's 202 a good spot to target a tight end to reflect tight end premium. Yeah, we would imagine those guys would be going earlier, but I think
in this mock draft, if these were the real landing spots and Kincaid goes to the Chargers in the first and Mayer goes to the Cowboys in the first, I would be surprised if you could get them at the 202. But you could probably land like a Washington, a Musgrave, a Laporta at the 202.
Agreed. Completely agree.
I think that's definitely possible. Well, I think that might be it for today's stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. We always love a good time with you guys, and hopefully you have a good time as well on the stream.
Yeah, it was an awesome stream. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah. Follow Jimmy, by the way, says, do you think my running backs are okay for a 12-team, one quarterback PPR? They're Akers, Connor, Dobbins, Montgomery, and Gibson. They're okay. I wouldn't say that they're like that those are necessarily like game-winning, league-winning running backs, but it's a decent group. This was the Oprah stream. I have the 102 and 103 in rookie drafts, one quarterback. I have Daniel Jones and Tua. Would you take Gibbs and JSN? Yes, I would. I think Badake might go Quentin.
Sorry, what was the question? Okay, I have the 102, 103 in a rookie draft.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, too. Would you take Gibson and Gibbs? Yeah, I'll go Quentin.
What is happening?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't part, man.
Oh, my goodness.
It's love. That's love. We appreciate you.
Oh, my goodness.
That's awesome.
We got to end the stream before I Camp Hard gives everyone a membership. No, it's all jokes. That's hilarious.
That is awesome. First time watching you, Zach. That's awesome, Zach. Appreciate you.
By the way, he had a super chat. It says Steve Belichick and his tongue sticking out, looking goofy. Steve Belichick.
Belichick. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Steve, can you write that down? Belichick.
Yes.
Tongue out. Let me just see what that looks like.
I think I know.
Yes,
that's a good one. That will work as an emoji.
That's so funny.
That will definitely work. Thank you so much for the memberships, man. Appreciate you. This is definitely the Oprah stream.
I would definitely try and make as many as possible tonight. We have to edit and do some other stuff, but I would at least get 2 or 3 up there tomorrow.
Yeah.
For everyone to kind of see at least the 1 or 2, but maybe I can do all the other ones. Let's see what happens. But all love, man. This is awesome. We appreciate you. Oprah stream.
Yeah,
we need to start naming after our live streams. We need to just put like parentheses Oprah stream at the end and like parentheses like the Joe Robinson stream, right? Like, we need to remember.
Looks like Ryan, Drew, Trippy, John, Island, Jonah, Patty, Cameron, Rai, Shane all got gifted memberships, which is great. By the way, Booch says the hefty kid at Church's Chicken giving the side eye. I think that's a great option as well.
The hefty kid at Church's Chicken.
You know that? It's that kid, and he recently, I think it's actually Popeyes. I think it's Popeyes.
I felt like, was it Popeyes?
It is Popeyes, yes. If you type in Popeyes chicken side-eye meme, you'll see it. Okay. And that guy actually just signed a NIL deal with Popeyes, in case anyone didn't know that.
Yeah, Popeye side-eye meme, yeah. That's so funny.
All right, that's 10. So we got 10 new emojis. Oh my gosh.
So funny.
Yeah. Well.
All right, I'll try and make some as soon as possible, y'all. Hopefully it reflects sooner rather than later for on the YouTube side. But huge love. Thank you to Mighty Booch, ICAM, apart everyone donated today. If we haven't said that, we appreciate you. Everyone that hasn't donated as well and just been in the chat, it's all love. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we will be live tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be live tomorrow doing a Dynasty Superflex draft. Is today Thursday our time? Yeah.
Today is Thursday our time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So much to do.
You know, maybe I say it too much. I don't really care. This is my favorite thing that we do.
Maybe I say it too much.
You know, of everything that we do, I think the favorite thing I could point to is live streams. And I just love that we have this community. So days like today are just really awesome. And, you know, it's the, I think the whole point of fantasy football or dynasty football at the end of the day is not to be right, is not to know every analytic or every stat and tell you what PFF thinks about everything, even though I love PFF and I use it. But I think the goal of everything and what we do is to build a community like this and to have it be this fun release from the everyday life of everyday life, you know, because typically everyday life isn't always that fun for some people. So anyway, there are certain streams that, you know, you just kind of get reminded how Booch, thank you so much, appreciate that. We gotta stop the stream before everyone gets a membership. But I just want to say, like, just to end, I probably say it too much, but I don't care. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been with us since we started just the Fantasyland channel back in 2020.
Yeah.
To everyone who started with us here when we started this channel in January of last year. Whether it's your first day or you've been here from day one, if you're a YouTube member, if you have signed up with us over on flockfantasy.com, if you like the videos, if you watch it, if it's just a release from everyday life, whatever it looks like, just want to say a huge thank you. Genuinely, a huge thank you. We have such high ambitions for where we want to take the two channels and the two companies, but we hope, and it's our goal, that as we grow, because we want to grow, that we can still you know, keep community in the way that we do. I think that's why Flock is really important, because it does help us as we grow put community in that Discord in a way that we can manage as we scale. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys. If you don't know, we do have a YouTube channel. That's the last thing I'll say for redraft before we go.
Yeah.
if you want to follow us on there. If you are playing redraft at all, go ahead and subscribe to us over there. I will say, as much content and consistent streams you see on this channel around May, end of May, you're going to see that on this channel as well for redraft content. So, and it pops off during the season. So, join us over there, subscribe over there. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
Huge love. We appreciate you. I was just trying to make a quick emoji. I feel like I want to get back already. I'm trying to make a quick emoji and just trying to see. I was trying to make the Leonardo, but I wonder if let me see if it popped up. Nah, it hasn't popped up yet, but it's okay. Anyways,
all right, guys.
Huge love.
Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, last thing I'll say is if you want to watch a video.
Oh, here we go. I did it. I can make it look better.
A video which is relatively controversial. It always is when you tell people to sell player. I've got a sell high video that I just released 13 hours ago. Go check that out. Over 109 comments already.
Yes, it's doing great.
A lot of people who agree or disagree with the takes, which I anticipated.
That happens.
So feel free to go watch that. And okay, so you got the emoji on.
I need to make it. I can make it look better for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got to get it to stand out somehow, but I'm glad that we can do that. All right, we got to end the stream before everyone gets donated a brand new Kia Soul.
Kia Soul.
All right, guys, appreciate you. All love. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a Dynasty Startup Draft.
Love.